Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Shel. It's the 24th of March 25. This is Shel's weekly wisdom, but with a difference, because I just want to maybe share some stuff that I've been experiencing in the hope that it's going to help one or two of you. And if you can resonate, please comment, because the more of us that come together doing this work, the better. Supporting each other, passing the baton. I like to see it as a baton. So like when you're high vibe, everything's going okay, you're able to pass the baton to somebody else that may be struggling. And then when it's your turn to be going through a challenge or a lesson or an experience to provide growth or an upgrade, an ascension, then you've got that lovely support from your fellow light workers to pass the baton to you. And I've had that very nicely done for me over the last couple of weeks with two people that I know that I've contacted. One lady I didn't know that was recommended to me, a healer. And I thought, wow, she sounds interesting. I like to experience other people's work. And she's awesome. Anyway, she's helped me quite a bit on some stuff that I was swishing around trying to work out, as we do. And sometimes when you are a healer yourself, or a light worker or reader, or however, a homeopath, we can only do so much of the work ourselves, and then we can't see the wood for the trees, if you like, or we are caught up in the energy, the emotion of the energy, emotional energy, and it's really difficult to see the wood for the trees. So it is always nice to have different people for different aspects, I feel. Some people like one person, some people like a reader to read for them, a healer to heal for them, a colour therapist, whatever, homeopath. They might want different people for different things, and that's perfectly fine, because we all have our strengths, don't we? Our talents. So since the eclipse that started on the 14th of March, lots has come up, which it has for a lot of people, but I've had a lot of body stuff, so which I always think, oh, okay, it's ascension, I'm healing something, and I go into my toolbox being cards, crystals, colour, homeopathy, herbs, because I'm very lucky to have all of those things that I've been trained in that I can use. And I was thinking, okay, I'm using my tools, what's going on? So I've had really bad gastritis, which I was diagnosed with back in December, after having a camera down my throat, which wasn't pleasant, but here you go. I now know I've got erosive gastritis. So I've done some work on that. I've always suspected that I'm gluten intolerant, although I've recently had, and have in the past, had celiac tests done and they were all fine. Still plays on my mind. I also know I eat far too much sugar, and I'm really struggling with giving that up. It's not easy. I am human, but I know it's something I need to tackle. And I was just sitting here thinking, oh, what is it? Why can't I heal this? Why can't I move this on? I've had a lot of trauma in my life, which I work on all the time because it's layered, as you know. So I had a healing session done. Lots of pain in my ribs, my hands, my joints, my hips, my legs. Not able to lose weight. I've been on a real big health kick. food, not great at times, I'm going to be honest. But I've been walking, I've been doing resistance training, and not a pound off. And I was like, what is going on here? So you're holding something, Michelle. You're holding something. It's protection. And then I had a dream. Well, I don't really remember the dream. I just came out of the dream, and certain people were there. I'm not going to say who, but it was interesting. And I started to feel the grief in my heart for the person I'd lost, some aspects of the life I'd lost, what my kids had been through, what I'd been through, where they were at now, where I was at now. It was really interesting and very, very emotional. So what I want to say is there's a lot of emotion coming up, a lot of body stuff where the body is trying to adjust. We're not as carbon as we are. We're becoming more crystalline, more light. I think we need to get back to maybe some old ways of maybe being, rather than this AI stuff, which we're all looking at and inquisitive about. I don't think it's purely of the light yet. So there's that to think about as well. Because, you know, when you write something, it's got to be your energy, hasn't it? It's got to be your stuff. And I have fell into that trap of, I'll just look up a heading, you know, for a blog I might have wanted to write, or a course or something. And I went to AI and I got a few titles. I thought, oh yeah, they sound better than me. Wrong. What comes from here is better than what, all right, it might have sounded better, but it wasn't my essence. So that was a lesson this last week. What else has happened? Yeah, mainly body stuff, but also getting information that you then question. It's about changes. It's about knowing things that we have to change, but we're like, oh, do I really? That's going to be hard work. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not good enough to do that. All of that could well be coming up for you right now. What else have I written down on here? Getting outside is really important. Blessing our water is another thing. Writing, using my coasters, writing words of affirmation under them, or placing that on your bottle or whatever you're drinking from. Getting outside, breathing, moving. But also being really mindful of the words we tell ourselves. You know, I was thinking about this the other day on my walk, and it was like I was sort of having a bit of a negative Nelly at myself. And then I suddenly stopped and thought, well, hold on a minute. Would you speak to your best friend like that? Would you allow someone else to speak to themselves like that? No, you wouldn't. So why the hell are you doing it to yourself? And that was another thing that came up. So inner child work, really relevant at the moment. I sat with my inner child the other day, which I hadn't done for a while, and I need to do a lot more of. And her arms just went like that. It was like, hello, you're here, thank you. And yeah, it was very emotional. So a lot of emotions coming up right now. Also, a lot of can't be bothered. Don't really want to change, but don't want to do the work is another theme that came to me. Just heavy, tired, drained, and that is the energy as well. But I've been listening to Mel Robbins, I love her. Let them book I told you about. But now I'm listening to her five high five. What was it called? What's it called? God, no, it's not high five. I can't remember what it's called now. It's something five. But basically, you give yourself, you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. 5-second rule. That's it. 5-second rule. So, and it's interesting. It's making me laugh as I walked around on my walk this morning around the lake, and it was like, set your alarm half an hour earlier than normal. Put it across the other side of the room, so you can't press snooze, which I don't do very often. Oh, excuse me, releasing something there. And basically, when the alarm clock goes off, instead of going, oh, I don't want to get up, oh, I'm knackered, you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, throw the duvet off, and you get up. And I thought that was interesting. And I used that this morning to go on my walk. It was like, oh, I really don't want to go for this walk. My joints are aching. What's the point? I'm not losing any weight anyway. All of those like negative things. And then I went, right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get your walking shoes on, which I did. And I walked. And yes, it was hard work today to walk the same circuit I walk, but I did it. And so I feel better now I've done it. And then I'm coming on here talking to you. So let's just have a little, remember you're going to be going over old ground with the Mercury retrograde, letting go of old stuff, old people, old scenarios. There's going to be completions, yeah, but also to be mindful of how we're working, what we're eating, what we're drinking, all of the normal stuff. But how we speak to ourselves. That really hit home to me today. So I decided to pull us a few cards from the Psychic Tarot Heart deck. I can't even speak now. The Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland for this week. And I just hope that what I've been going through, just laughing at the first card, is helped one of you. Yeah. Remembering to put your protection on, remember to cleanse in your home. But remembering that the eclipse is moving us forward. The eclipse, remembering to do your new moon wishes under this eclipse at the weekend. But remembering to pass the baton to others as well. If they're struggling and you're okay, or you're not as bad as them, or whatever, reaching out. Woo. Okay. One's gone on the floor. I feel like this week is a week of two halves. So the cards are sort of giving us what we need here. I'm going to take the top and bottom one, I think, as well. Oh, that isn't the top and bottom one. These are here. Okay. Right. So the first card we got is Love Abounds. So we know that love conquers all. We need to come back into the heart. We need to feel the love for ourselves as well for others. But to come back to the heart, when we're looking for answers, we always look, I'm going to be honest, I was looking for the answers outside of myself a bit, because I was thinking, I don't understand this. I don't understand this card I've pulled. I don't understand. And sometimes that's okay. When I was talking to my healer friend, I said to her, I just need a piece of the puzzle. I don't want the answer, because I know I'm not going to get that because it's within me. But I'm lost. I don't know what the first step is, or the first stepping stone. And when she tuned in, she said, yourself. And as soon as she said, it's yourself that you're not being honest with, it made complete sense. So coming back to the heart this week is really important. The third eye, we'd be able to do some clearing on the third eye so that you can see more clearly what your heart is longing for. A lot of us are going to be moving on because we've got the eclipse energy. We're going to be moving on because we're doing the work on our stuff that's coming up, but also we're doing the work on the Mercury retrograde stuff that's coming up to be healed. So we're moving on. We're able to move on. Some of you may have even done the work, and this is just clarification that it's now time. You're done. You don't need to do any more. You don't have to think about it anymore. You don't have to take any more action. You don't have to speak to that person anymore. You can walk away and move on. Then we've got the card of coming together. So when we let go of some of this heavy stuff and are able to come back to the heart and to move forward, we are able to come together. We are learning together. We are sharing our wisdom and knowledge to help each other. Remember, this for me is like the baton. We're coming back together. Like, I've learnt this about myself. This has been happening for me. And instead of me just working through it in the background and not coming on here, I'm telling you about it because, yeah, I've got work to do, and we always have. And I always walk alongside you. I'm no better than any of you watching this now. But with me sharing what I'm going through, I'm hoping you will go, oh, yeah, that's why that's happening. Or, oh, yeah, I can relate to that. Because that brings us back to coming together. We're much stronger and more powerful when we come together. We've got to take the lead. So sometimes it's just about, when you're frustrated about people around you, maybe not making the changes that you feel that they need to, that you're frustrated with yourself because you're not making the changes that you need to. It just takes one person to take the lead and share something. And that's what happened to me this morning. I watched someone's video, which was about just putting yourself out there, sharing your story and helping other people. So that's what I've done. I've taken the lead, and that's what we need to do this week. Take the lead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do whatever you don't want to do or can't be bothered to do, or know that you need to do, but you can't be asked, whatever that is. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 changes the amygdala in your brain to you to take action. Okay, so that may be that you just need to go within. I'm going to do some go within work today and have some daydreams, have some thoughts, do some journaling, make some decisions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. The back end of the week, I feel as we get closer to the eclipse, is going to be more intense, obviously. There could be some challenging times. There could be some challenges that you've been facing over the last 2 weeks that now are coming to a head, that you can see more clearly. You know what the next step is. You know it's yourself that's tripping you up in my case. But there may be some challenges. Remember, challenges make us stronger. They move us forward. They get us to where we need to be next. You could be at a crossroads. You could be feeling hopeless and helpless, which is what I felt earlier today. It's just like, I don't know what to do. But we have we always have a choice. Yeah, we don't always make the right choices, me being one of them. But we do have a choice. We have the light in the middle of these two mountains. And we have this road, and we have that path, and we have that path. Which path? The one in the middle is where I always see is where we're at, and we've got 2 different pathways. We can continue where we're going. We can choose this pathway, or we can choose that pathway. Which one is it for you? You don't need to feel hopeless and helpless. You just need to face the challenges and come back to love. Show love to others. Love yourself. Love conquers all. And coming back together is really important this week. showing the love for yourself and for another. What can you do to support someone else? What can you do to show them love? It's Mother's Day this Sunday as well. Is there something you need to say to your mum? So, that's the cards for the week. That's my wisdom for the week. I may do more of these sharings. I don't want my videos to be all about me, which is what I was saying to my healer friend. And she said, but they're not, because you're just sharing your experiences. So I just allow everything to flow through this week. Drink lots of water, get outside and set your new intentions. Do your shadow work this week before it gets to Saturday, Sunday. And you're setting your new intentions for the next part of your journey. So I hope this helps. Please comment below. Let me know how you feel. If you want a private message with me, please do that. I'd love to hear from you. Share this video with anybody you feel may need to hear what I've said, because that's why I made it, to help as many people as I can. So have a good week, and I'll see you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.